to stand in solidarity with the brave people of Egypt who have been fighting for their basic human rights and their well overdue freedom for 11 days straight. I can tell you right now that these people are something else. These are the definitions of heroes, inspiration and great spirit. Wednesday night on the 2nd of February will go down in Egyptian history as a day of infamy. Egyptians in what once was known as a liberation square now found themselves in a massacre square. It was heart-wrenching, but the people did not let down. People 25 and younger had been tweeting things like, "I have 25 stitches in my head and I can barely see from my left eye, but I am going back."
Free the Egyptians, free, free!
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 From the Nile to the sea, the Egyptians will be free!
From the Nile to the sea, the Egyptians will be free!
Free the Egyptians, free, 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 free!
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today in this peaceful demonstration in support of the Egyptian people who have been suffering for 30 long years under the brutal Mubarak regime. We Egyptian Australians here in Perth have barely been eating, barely been sleeping since the uprising began on the 25th of January. We have felt so many mixed emotions: fear, joy, pride, anger, but most of all, hope. Today, we show our unwavering support for the Egyptian people as they seek these very rights. President Hosni Mubarak serves as any other leader at the will of his people. We ask him to respect that will. The people of Egypt have spoken.
Yeah, we are gathering here to support our people in Egypt and we want him to leave because 30 years is more than enough. Enough is enough.
I just want to say for people who are in Egypt, really in Maidan al-Tahrir, please stay there. This is your only chance to be free.
I would like to say God bless you, we salute you, we're with you in spirit 100%, and don't stop, don't stop.
It's been a very emotional week for the Egyptian people and for those of you present here today from that beautiful land. But it's also been a very emotional week for all of us who love freedom. And I want to take the opportunity this morning on behalf of all of us across the globe who value freedom to say to the Egyptian people, thank you. Thank you for giving us hope. Thank you for your courage. Because the fight that you have is not just a fight for the freedom of Egypt, but it's a fight for the freedom of the Middle East and for all oppressed people across the globe.
Even though we can't be with you, we're with you in spirit and we support you all the way. Keep up the fight. It's a long and arduous road, but you'll get there in the end. We support you. Peace be upon you all. Thank you.
إن شاء الله مصر منتصرة ومبارك هيغور ودم الأبرياء دولت في رقبته. إن شاء الله هيغور الطغاة والمجرمين والحزب الحاكم الواطي مش الوطني، الحزب الوطني الواطي هيغور، ومصر كلها إن شاء الله منصورة. منصورة يا مصر، كلنا معاكي، كلنا معاكي بقلبنا وبروحنا وبدمنا يا مصر. احنا فداكي يا مصر. ربنا ينصرك على اعدائك يا مصر. ربنا ينصر المسلمين يا رب. ربنا ينصر المصريين. اشكرك.
I'm just here to give an advice for our youth, Egyptian youth in Egypt. Please stand up together, hand in hand, support one another. Don't ever stop this revolution. We need this revolution. We need to be set free. We need to be set free. It's now or never. It's now or never. It's now or never.
This is a dictatorship that has been supported and enabled by the Australian government and by our allies, the United States, for 30 years. We cannot say that we didn't know that this is a dictatorship that tortures its own people, that arbitrarily arrests its own people, and that people do not have the freedom of speech. And that is no more aptly demonstrated than over the last fortnight, when in an effort to shut down the demonstrations that had caught alight right around the country, the regime took down the internet, closed down independent television and radio, closed down newspapers, closed down the cellular phone system to try and prevent the people of Egypt from even communicating with each other. And what happened? The demonstrations got bigger. They've touched off demonstrations in other countries in the region, and they've inspired us right around the world.
We call for our government to support the rise of the Egyptian people. We call for our government to withdraw their support to the corrupt regime in Egypt. We call for Hosni Mubarak to leave Egypt. He must go right now.
More than 300 people haven't sacrificed their lives so we'd settle for lame promises with no guarantees and risk that this is all going to waste. These people wanted Mubarak gone, and the least we can do is honour their will and keep going until Mubarak and the rest of his regime are gone. Not in 9 months, but now.
مصر ولادنا في مصر، احنا معاكم في كل مكان من استراليا، احنا بنسبورت يو، احنا معاكم، ربنا معاكم، بنصلي وبندعي لكم. Don't stop, keep going. ما توقفوش بليز. Get out of من البيت وطلعوا. Demonstrate against Mubarak.
A lot of us here in Perth really wish that we could be in Egypt right now participating in the demonstrations that are going on, and we feel very passionate about what's going on, and we thought that coming out today we could express ourselves a bit and we could make our voices heard in the Australian with the Australian public to let them know how much we care about what's going on and how much the people of Egypt are suffering, and that they deserve freedom and justice just like everybody else.